My grandmother was the biggest inspiration, my best friend, and the love of my life. The impact that she had on me and the role that she played could never be fulfilled by any other person. My grandmother, Dolores Turner, was the strongest person I ever knew and met. From a child who was brought up in foster care, separated from her siblings, molested, and later faced kidney failure in her young adult life, she was never seen with nothing but a smile on her face. Literally the happiest person I ever knew. My grandmother was very religious, and she instilled faith into me as a young child, faith that I still carry with me to this day. She was encouraging to everyone, and she never met a stranger. The kindest soul to ever walk the earth. The love that she had to give was never ending. She was encouraging to everyone. She lived a hard life. And when she left, her absence was truly felt. I remember my grandmother being sick my entire life, but she was always there for me whenever she could. And whenever I had an awards day at school or anything important, she made it a point to be there. She is definitely a woman that I strive to be now in my adult life. She was very selfless. She never complained. She would do anything for anybody. There wasn't a soul on earth that did not love her. She taught me to be content with the small things in life, and that things could always be worse than what they are. She was always about serving and caring for others. It was never what could you do for her, but what she could do for you. I would always check on her on my lunch break I would check on her on my lunch break when I would go to work, and I would always ask her if she needed anything, and she would always have me a meal prepared, even when she wasn't feeling well. I used to always be the type of person that wanted to get even with people, and she used to always tell me, and it stuck with me to this day, and she would say, what other people do to you is their karma, but how you react is your own. And because she's always said that, it literally is like a proverb that I live by. She was so sweet, never angry, and would give you her last. Up until her last moments on earth, she would ask about my son, who she adored so much, and they had such an unbreakable bond. I know that my grandmother felt so much pain in her life, but she never showed it. And I wish that she would have been able to live at least a portion of her time here without the pain and suffering. And I hope that I did my part to make sure that I gave her as much smiles and happiness as I could while she was here.